Why Sentinels were so terrifying. Imagine an enemy that learns from every attack. The harder you fight, the stronger it becomes. That's exactly why the Sentinels became the X-Men's most terrifying nightmare. The best example appears in X-Men Days of Future Past. During the opening battle, some of the strongest mutants alive, including Iceman, Colossus, Blink, Sunspot, Bishop, and Warpath, fight together against a handful of Sentinels. Yet one by one, they're completely overwhelmed. Iceman is frozen and shattered. Colossus is ripped apart. Blink's portals are turned against her. No matter what power the mutants use, the Sentinels quickly adapt and find a way to counter it. So, what made them so unstoppable? Unlike ordinary robots, these Sentinels weren't programmed to simply attack mutants. They were designed to study them. Every battle became a learning experience. They analyzed a mutant's powers, weaknesses, and fighting style in seconds before instantly developing the perfect counter. Their greatest advantage came from Mystique. After Mystique was captured, scientists studied her mutant DNA and used it to create a new generation of Sentinels. By combining advanced robotics with her adaptive genetic abilities, they built machines capable of changing their own bodies to match any situation. That's why Magneto could no longer tear them apart with ease. They could alter their molecular structure to resist his magnetic powers. If Iceman attacked with ice, they adapted to extreme cold. If Sunspot used fire, they became heat-resistant. Every mutant power simply gave the Sentinels new information to evolve. Physically, they were monsters. They possessed overwhelming strength, could fly at incredible speeds, regenerate damaged limbs, reshape their bodies into weapons, and survive attacks that would destroy almost any machine. Even when one Sentinel was destroyed, another had already learned from the encounter. But their greatest weapon wasn't strength. It was patience. Unlike human villains, the Sentinels never became angry, never got tired, never hesitated, and never showed mercy. Their only purpose was to eliminate mutants, and they would continue hunting until every single one was gone. That's exactly what happened in the future timeline. Mutants were pushed to the brink of extinction. The X-Men were forced to live in hiding, constantly moving from place to place while watching their friends die one after another. Even Professor X and Magneto, two of the most powerful mutants ever, could do little more than delay the inevitable. The only reason humanity survived was because Wolverine was sent back in time to change history before the Sentinels became unstoppable. In Marvel Comics, the threat becomes even darker. Some versions of the Sentinels evolve into Prime Sentinels, ordinary humans secretly transformed into living weapons without even knowing it. Others become Nimrod, an advanced Sentinel so intelligent and adaptive that defeating it becomes nearly impossible. Every new generation is smarter, stronger, and deadlier than the last. That's what made the Sentinels so terrifying. They weren't evil because they hated mutants. They were terrifying because they had no emotions at all. They didn't seek revenge. They didn't want power. They simply followed their programming, and they never stopped. The Sentinels proved that sometimes Marvel's most frightening villains aren't gods or cosmic beings. They're machines that can never be reasoned with.